Welcome to channel. In this video we'll discuss about the inguinal canal. Firstly we'll discuss about the theoretical point of view, then we'll see the inguinal canal through a animation for the better understanding of the whole structure. So let's start with the video. So first of all the question arises, what is actually inguinal canal? Then the name inguinal canal just suggests something, that it is some tubular structure. So let's see the introduction. Inguinal canal is a intermuscular passage in the lower part of the anterior abdominal wall. So what is inguinal canal? It is an oblique intermuscular passage in the lower part of anterior abdominal wall. I suggest you to write the notes side by side. So what is inguinal canal? Inguinal canal is oblique intermuscular passage in the lower part of anterior abdominal wall. So what do you understand by the intermuscular passage? So it is formed by the gap in between the muscle. Suppose this is one muscle and here is another. When they both lie side by side, there is some gap generated in between them. So this forms a canal type of structure or tubular structure which is called the inguinal canal. So for the better understanding how the structure of the inguinal canal is, let's see a explanation through a diagram. Suppose this is a anterior abdominal wall. This is anterior abdominal wall. The layers of anterior abdominal wall are previously discussed in a separate video. Do watch it for a better understanding of the inguinal canal and help in the better remembering of the different parts. As you know, I told you this is the anterior abdominal wall. You are viewing it from the side. So this is anterior abdominal wall through a transverse section. You are seeing it. So anterior abdominal wall consists of several layers. The innermost layer is transversalis fascia, followed by the transverse abdominis, internal oblique, and here is the external oblique muscle. So as you know, inguinal canal contains spermatic cord which passes content from the abdomen to the scrotum. So suppose here is the scrotum. So and here is the abdomen. Inside the transverse fascia, here is the abdomen. So for any structures to pass from abdomen to the scrotum has to pass through this canal or pass through the layers of the anterior abdominal wall. So there is one hole, one on the anterior side and one on the interior. So here is the brief introduction to the understanding of the inguinal canal. So there is some hole in the posterior part or the inner part and the anterior part through which the structure from the abdomen, suppose here is the abdomen, from the structures from the abdomen can enter the scrotum through this passage. Suppose take this fist as this same structure like here. This is the anterior abdominal wall having different layers, transversalis fascia, transverse abdominis, internal oblique and external oblique. So it has to, anything that has to pass from this side to this side has to puncture this wall. So here is a puncture. So the inner ring is called the deep inguinal ring. The inner opening is called the deep inguinal ring. This side towards the abdomen, here is the abdomen, and the other side is called the superficial inguinal ring. I should tell you about their shape. The internal or the deep inguinal ring is circular in shape, and the superficial inguinal ring here which connects to the scrotum is in the triangular shape. Before discussing the superficial and the deep inguinal ring separately, let us see some other interesting facts about the inguinal canal. So it is a oblique intermuscular passage in the lower part of the anterior abdominal wall. Its length is about 4 centimeter, or you can take roughly it as 1.5 inch long. So the length of the inguinal canal is 4 centimeter and it is directed downward, forward and medially. So as you can see, suppose this is that canal, it is inguinal canal and it is directed downward, directed downward medially. Here it is directed downward and medially and slightly forward. So DFM stands for downward, forward and medially. So the canal extends between the deep inguinal ring and the superficial inguinal ring. So let us see more detail about these two structure, that is the deep inguinal ring. That, as I already told you, deep inguinal ring is circular in shape or oval opening, circular or oval opening in the which fascia it was? Transversalis fascia. So deep inguinal ring is the oval opening in transversalis fascia. Do watch the video on the anterior abdominal wall so you can have a better view of the structures of the anterior abdominal wall. So what is deep inguinal ring? It is inside. So inside is the transversalis fascia. So it is an opening in the transversalis fascia and is situated 1.2 cm above the mid inguinal point. Suppose here is the extent of the inguinal ligament and it is the center. So it is extends 1.2 cm above the extent 1.2 cm above the mid inguinal point. Now let us see about the superficial inguinal ring. Superficial inguinal ring. Like that deep inguinal ring is oval in opening, I told you that superficial inguinal ring is triangular. More or less you can say it is an obtuse triangle. So make an obtuse triangle. So the angle is more than 90 degrees, so an obtuse angle is formed. The base of the obtuse triangle is, or the base of the superficial inguinal ring is 1.2 cm wide. You can mark the similarity in the dimensions. The deep inguinal ring is 1.2 cm above the mid inguinal point and the base of the superficial inguinal ring is 1.2 cm and is formed by the base is formed by pubic tubercle. As we have completed the base, what remaining are the two sides, one medial and the lateral side. These margins are called cruras. These margins are called cruras and are joined by intercrural fibers. So deep inguinal ring is an oval opening. It is an oval opening, and superficial inguinal ring, which connects to the scrotum, is triangular or more or less you can say obtuse triangle. So it is a triangular gap in which muscle? The innermost muscle is transversalis. The innermost part is formed by the anterior abdominal wall is formed by the transversalis fascia, transverse abdominis, internal oblique and the external oblique. So superficial inguinal ring is a triangular gap in external oblique muscle. So this all you have to write in the introduction of the inguinal canal. Next thing we'll discuss is the boundaries, followed by the contents, and we will visualize the inguinal canal through a simplified animation, and at last we'll discuss about its clinical.